Hi yogis, welcome to your practice today. Let's start to get settled in on our mats. Extended child's pose. Bring your toes to touch behind you. Spread your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your bum to your heels. Drape your torso over your mat. Start to ground down here. Come into your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Beautiful breath. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. This is your home base, your safe space. You can come back to this breath, this posture at any time. If you're ready to engage your Ujjayi breath, take a deep inhale through your nose. And then seal your lips, exhale through your nose. Create a deep oceanic sound at the back of your throat. This is your breath of victory, breath of yoga. As you engage this breath, start to settle into your space and come to your intention for your practice. If nothing comes to mind, I offer the intention of grounding, of faith. Acknowledge that your body might not be where you want it to be, but it is exactly where it is meant to be in this moment. Start to feel an opening in your hips, a lengthening into your back. Maybe roll your third eye along your mat. Sink your hips 1 inch lower. And then stack up to a tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Puppy pose. Start to walk your fingers forward to the top of your mat. Stack your hips directly over your knees. Press your heart space down towards your mat. Option 2, press your chin towards your mat and gaze forward if you're looking for more of a back stretch here. Feel an opening through your spine. Start to walk your fingertips back in and swivel on to your bum for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Press the soles of your feet together, send your knees wide. Grab for the outsides of your feet with your hands. Sit your knees a little bit lower. Option to drape yourself over your thighs if that feels comfortable and accessible in your body. Maybe press your forehead to your feet. Feel an opening through your inner thighs. Allow yourself to relax here. Start to lift yourself up from this space. Find a flat spine. And then press your hands down to your mat and stack your knees on your mat for tabletop pose. Inhale, roll your toes under. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Find a flat spine. Press your heels down towards your mat. Press through the L shape of your forefinger and thumb. Maybe take some time to pedal it out. Shift your weight into your right foot, into your left. Perhaps come all the way up on your tippy toes, and then melt your heels down towards your mat for a deeper hamstring stretch. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Take as deep a bend in your knees as you need to stretch your hamstrings out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists. Grab opposite hand for opposite elbow grip. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe sway from side to side like a ragdoll. Open up some space between your vertebrae. Switch out your grip if you brought opposite hand on top of opposite elbow. Yoga is just as much about building strength and flexibility as it is about evening out your body. If you take an option or a challenge on one side, do so on the other to give both your right and left the same amount of love. See if you can make a connection with your torso to your thighs. Feel gravity pull the crown of your head down towards your mat. Graze your fingers down towards your mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale up to a neutral standing pose, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your head up last. Keep your arms by your side. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Inhale, mountain pose. Raise your arms up overhead. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. Activate through your quads. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Pull your elbows to shoulder height. Lift your collarbones towards the sky. Tip your chin away from your chest. Press your hips towards the front of the room. Re-engage your low abs. Pull your elbows a little bit lower. Open up the front line of your body. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands to your shins or thighs. Avoid putting pressure in your knee joints to protect your knees. Kiss your shoulder blades together behind you to flatten out your back. Gaze at the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back. Hinge forward onto the tips of your toes. Lower down, low plank. Pin your elbows into your sides at a 90-degree bend. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your thighs from the mat. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shoot your hips high. That was our Sun A. We'll flow through it 2 more times, linking one breath to one movement. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat spine. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Plant your hands, step back, hinge down. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise all the way up. It's not a race, take your time. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, fingers up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your abs. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Pin your elbows in tight by your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Now for a little something different, moving on to our Sun B. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low, frame your ears with your biceps. Hold and breathe here. Bring your weight into your heels so much so you can peel your toes from your mat. Stack your knees over your heels. Sit your hips 1 inch lower. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Bring your arms out behind you. Face your palms down towards the ground. Lift your elbows 1 inch higher. Pull your pinkies tight towards one another. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your right knee high. Hold and breathe here. Bring your knee in line with your hip. Stack your ankle underneath your knee. Flex your toes towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, figure 4. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Sit a little bit lower. Drop your right knee down towards the ground to square out your hips. See if you can find a flat spine. Sit your booty 1 inch lower. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. You've been here once before. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, one leg mountain on the left. Lift your left knee up in line with your hip. Drop your left hip down in line with your right to square your hips. Flex your toes towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, figure 4. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Sit down into your seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Find your balance here. Pull your left knee down towards the ground. Stack your shoulders over your hips as much as you can. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Bring your arms out behind you. Inhale, mountain pose. Release some of the tension from your quads. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat spine. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Pin your elbows in by your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Find a flat back. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, simple twist, ground down through your left hand, raise your right fingertips high, twist your chest open. Stack your right shoulder over your left, gaze up at your top fingertips. Open up through your side body, feel the stretch. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your arms up high, hold and breathe here. Point all 10 toes towards the front of the room. Pull your left hip forward and space your right hip back, melt your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, exalted warrior. Drape your right arm down your left thigh. Arch your left arm up and over. Pull your right shoulder back in space. Open up through your side body. Take this side body stretch. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, spin open. Pivot into your back heel, bend into your front knee. Extend your arms towards the front and back of the room. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and down. Tick-tock your arms, press your forearm into the inside of your thigh. Gaze up at your top fingertips or your back foot, depending on what's in your practice. Inhale, reverse warrior, drip your back arm down, your front arm up. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. Option for ekapada if that is in your practice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, simple twist, ground down through your right hand, raise your left fingertips high, gaze up at your left fingertips. Shrug your shoulders away from your ears, engage through your side body, sit your hips 1 inch lower. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands down. Inhale, crescent lunge, use your abs to lift high, send your fingertips towards the sky, hold and breathe here. Optional micro bend in your back knee if that helps to square your hips. Pull your right hip forward and space your left hip back. Inhale. Exhale, exalted warrior. Drape your left arm down your right thigh, arc your right arm up. Gaze at your back fingertips, at your back foot. Take this side body stretch. Drop your left shoulder down in space. Feel the expansion through your side body. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, spin open. Encourage your left knee towards the top left corner of your mat. Activate through your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Hinge your chest forward and down. Tick-tock your arms. Press your arm into your thigh to spin your chest open. Pull your right shoulder back, your left shoulder forward in this case. Optional, press your elbow to your thigh if that's comfortable in your body. Inhale, reverse warrior. Drape your back arm down your back leg, front arm up. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. Take little to no weight in your back hand. Option for the bind if that's in your practice. Send energy through the knife edge of your back foot. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. Option for ekapada on this side if you did so on the other. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Let's take that through 2 times, quickly linking one breath to one movement. Stretch out the backs of your thighs. Take any organic movements. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Lift your right knee high. Exhale, figure 4. Sit down with balance. Inhale, one-leg mountain. Lift up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, one-leg mountain on the left. Exhale, figure 4 here. Inhale, one-leg mountain. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Sit your booty back and down. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank chaturanga. Remember, it's always an option to skip. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist. Lift your right fingertips high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your arms up. Exhale, exalted warrior. Open up through your rib cage. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and down. Inhale, reverse warrior, arc your front arm up. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, pin your elbows in by your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist, left fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your arms up. Exhale, exalted warrior, open up through your shoulders. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and down. Inhale, reverse warrior, arc your arm up. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, pin your elbows in by your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. One more time through. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step, hop, or jump, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sweep your arms up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, one leg mountain, lift your right knee high. Exhale, figure four, sit your hips low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms, sweep your arms back. Inhale, one leg mountain on the left. Exhale, figure four, sit down. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms, sit your booty back and down. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your intercostals. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, plant your hands, step back, hinge down. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your thighs to protect your back. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist, pull your shoulder back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your arms up. Exhale, exalted warrior, get deeper than you've gotten before. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift up. Exhale, warrior two, spin open. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, tick-tock your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior, arc your arm up. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, pin your elbows in nice and tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist, twist open. Exhale, low lunge, release. Inhale, crescent lunge, rotate your pinkies inwards. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, find heel to arch alignment. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, arc your arm up gracefully. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, pin your elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Take a sip of water, towel off, settle in for your child's pose. Normally here I would be introducing some abdominal work. If you are keen to do that, I will leave some notes in the comments. But it's a good time to take some space, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your intention, and ground back in. Start to deepen your breathing, come back to unifying your body, and your breath. And then you can stack up to a tabletop pose. From there, push back to a downward facing dog. Waken up the backs of your thighs. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands together to touch at a steeple grip and trace them along the sky into a back bend. Go as far as you can, re-engage your low abs, and then rise up once you start to feel like you've met your match. Bring your hands to heart center, blink your eyes closed, reconnect to your breath. Heart openers can bring up a lot of feelings, sometimes nausea. What came up for you? Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. And then crouch and curl. Press your hands down onto your mat. Lift up onto the ball mounds of your feet. Bring your forehead to your knees to your forehead. Press the tops of your feet towards the top of your mat. Relieve your arches. Round through your spine. And then flatten out your hands. And however you would like to meet me there, meet me back in a downward facing dog. Whether that's stepping back to a plank or a chaturanga jump back, meet me in a down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep. Engage through your obliques. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Drop down to your left knee. Raise your fingertips high. Square through your hips. So pull your left hip forward on the side, your right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Straighten through your right leg. Arch your back forward over your front thigh. Press your hands down towards your mat. Allow your head to hang heavy. Maybe pull your hips back in space. Feel a release through your hamstring, a release through your psoas muscles. Flex your toes towards your face of your front leg. Inhale, kneeling crescent, lift your arms up. Exhale, chest expansion grip. Bring your hands together at the base of your back. Puff open your chest. Raise your chest towards the sky. Pull your fist down towards the ground of your mat. And then roll onto the ball mound of your back leg. Big movement here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your arms up. Use your legs to lift high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Get nice and big. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, pivot your toes towards the front of your mat. Tee out your arms. Puff up your chest. Wide-legged forward fold. Hinge forward and down. You can take this wider if you want. You can take it shorter if you want. Bring your weight into the ball mounds of your feet. Stack your knees over your ankles, hips over your knees. Allow gravity to pull the crown of your head down towards your mat. Maybe shake out your head. When you're ready, start to walk your fingertips up, tee out your arms, and inhale, rise up with a flat spine. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretch your side body. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, pin your elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, kneeling crescent, just like you did on the other side. Pull your right hip forward on this side, your left hip back. Option to unroll your back foot. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Spiral your pinkies inwards to suck your shoulder heads down into their sockets. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Readjust your front leg so that you can extend it comfortably. Flex your toes towards your face. Bow your body down towards your thigh. Stack your hip over your knee for your standing leg. Allow your head to hang heavy. Relieve yourself of any tension that you might be feeling in this moment. Breathe into the back of your thigh. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling in this moment instead of allowing your mind to wander. Inhale, walk your fingertips forward, kneeling crescent. Exhale, chest expansion, grip. Bring your hands down towards behind your back. Gaze up towards the sky. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your chest back. Beautiful. Big movement here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Roll onto the ball mat of your back foot. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Get nice and big. Exhale, tee out your arms, pivot your toes towards the side of your mat, puff up your chest, wide-legged forward fold on this side. If you have headstand in your practice or another variation or inversion that you would like to get into, go ahead. I personally really like to walk my fingers through my legs and get a stretch through the back of my body. You can also grab for the sides of your ankles, maybe stretch to one side, stretch to the other. Allow your head to bob loosely. Tee out your arms. Inhale up to a stand with your flat back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Pin your elbows in nice and tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Shoot your hips high. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step your foot to the outside of your right hand. Walk both of your hands over to the left side of your mat. Extend your leg long behind you. Option to drop down to your knee if that's comfortable. Option to drop down to your forearms if that's comfortable. Allow your head to hang heavy. Option to play with hurdlers if that's in your practice. If you are familiar with hurdlers, you can basically wear your leg like a backpack and press yourself up that way. Press onto your hands if you came down to your forearms, and then press back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg high here. Exhale, runner's lunge. Toe heel your foot to the top left corner of your mat. Walk both of your hands to the inside of your left foot. Option to come down to your forearms if you did so on the other side. If you would like to try hurdlers on this side, press up to your palms, drape your left leg over your shoulders, kind of like a backpack. And then start to lift the balance of your foot. Like you can see here. Lift your back leg up, lift your top leg up, and start to hover here. Beautiful. Come back to your runner's lunge. Stretch out the backs of your thighs. If you came down to your forearms, press up to your palms. And bring both of your legs back to meet and push back to a downward facing dog. Take some small movements, walk out your legs. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your arms up. Exhale, chest expansion, grip. Bring your hands together at the base of your spine, just like we did kneeling. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, toppling tree. Bring your weight into your standing right leg. Lift your left leg high. Hinge your chest forward just as much as you are lifting your leg. I am not very good at this posture, so usually you would find a straight line from your shoulders all the way back to your heel. Press your fists down. Lift your leg 1 inch higher. Inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Release your hands down towards your mat. Option to wrap your arms around your ankle. Option to vary your gaze. Play and see with where your balance is today. Rotate your pinky toes down towards your mat to square your hips. Inhale, lift 1 inch higher. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your left leg to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise all the way up. Exhale, baby back bend, open through your front line. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancers. Grab for the right inside arch of your foot with your right hand. Start to hinge your chest forward. Option to stay there if that's comfortable in your body. Feel a slingshot pressure in your arm as you kick your foot backwards in space. Beautiful. Whoa, option to play with your balance. If you fall out, it's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Inhale, mountain pose. And then come back to your practice. Beautiful focus. Inhale, dancer's pose. Exhale, warrior 3 or airplane pose. Warrior 3 is extending your arms in front of you. Airplane is by your side. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your knee high. Exhale, figure 4. Sit low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch out the backs of your thighs. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your arms up. Exhale, chest expansion grip. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, toppling tree on this side. Ground down through your left foot. Hinge your torso forward as much as you are pressing your fists towards the front of your mat. Lift your leg high. Get your chin away from your chest. Inhale, lift 1 inch higher. Exhale, standing splits are your release. Same option here. If you tried something on the other side, like a different grip or a different view, do so here too. You can grab for your calf, test your balance. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage your abs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancer on the left. Grab for the inside arch of your left foot with your left hand. You can stay here or you can start to hinge forward. Hinge your chest forward just as much as you are kicking your leg back in space. Extend your right fingertips forward. Feel an opening through your side body. Inhale, lift 1 inch higher. Exhale, airplane or warrior 3. For airplane, extend your legs, your arms long by your side rather. For warrior 3, extend your arms long in front of you. Warrior 3 is a deeper ab conditioning. I prefer airplane. Inhale, one leg mountain with your left leg. Exhale, figure 4, sit low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, airplane arms, or warrior 3. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step it back. Stretch out through the back sides of your body. Start to deepen your breathing. Come back to your pre-yoga breath. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat with the last bit of ab control that you have. Press your left forearm into your mat. Kick your right heel back towards your bum. Grab for the inside of your right foot. Half frog pose. Pull your heel in towards your bum. Point your elbow up towards the sky. Feel this stretch in your quads. Press your chest up just as much as you pull your foot in deep. Release from that side. Press your right forearm down to your mat. Allow your body to lay long. Half frog pose on the other side. Grab for the top of your left foot with your left hand. Press into the mat with your right forearm. Feel this stretch in your quad and your side body. Press your chest up further if you're looking for more of a stretch. And then release down to your mat. Allow your back to hang long. Release some of your low back tension. Next up is cobra pose. Press your hands into your mat at the base of your ribs. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Lift up your chest. Optional, lift your hands from your mat. Press the tops of your feet into your mat so much so it lifts your kneecaps. Inhale, lift 1 inch higher. And exhale, release down to your mat. Press your left ear down to your mat. Extend your arms long. Option to take that another time if you would like, but I'll be cueing you through floor bow. For floor bow pose, bring your gaze back through center and kick your heels in towards your bum. Grab for the outside arches of your feet. Inhale, lift up your chest, gaze down at your mat to protect your neck. Exhale, kick your feet into your hands so much so that you pull your chest backwards. Inhale, lift 1 inch higher. Exhale, lower down towards your mat. Press your right ear to your mat. Extend your arms long. Option to sway your legs from side to side if that's calling to you. Option to flip your palms up, flip your palms down if you're looking for more grounding. Press your hands down into your mat and press yourself up to a tabletop pose. Come to stand on your knees with your knees hips width distance apart. Press your hands into the base of your back like you were tucking them into jeans pockets, camel pose. Press your hips forward, trace your gaze along the ceiling. Release your chin away from your chest. Option to grab for your heels if that's in your practice. If you do make a grab for your heels, press your hips forward. Oftentimes they can come backwards over your calves. You want to have a straight shot from your knees to your hips. Come back out just as you came in, slowly and with control. And then come to have a seat on your bum or come into a tabletop pose. Camel pose can bring up a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of nausea. Deepen your breathing and come back to your breath. Stack up to a tabletop pose. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down towards your mat. Exhale, cat. Arch your back up. Bring your gaze towards your pelvis. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Exhale, cat. Arch your back up. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Any natural movements, hip curves, gyrations. Just because it doesn't have the word asana in it doesn't mean that it's not good for you. So start to warm up and even out your spine. Bring your knees to touch, bring your bum towards your heels, Sasangasana, rabbit pose. Grab so that the thumbs are on the outside of your heels and your fingers are on the inside arches. Press your forehead to your knees. Feel a rounding through your spine. Option to lift up your hips if you're looking for a bit more of a stretch. Keep the connection of your hands to your heels and the crown of your head down towards your mat. Maybe rock from side to side if that feels comfortable for you. It's your practice. Take what you need and leave the rest. Press your palms into your mat, come to a tabletop pose, and then swivel onto your bum. Extend your legs long out in front of you. Inhale, seated mountain. Exhale, seated forward fold. Grab for your feet, your shins, your thighs, whatever is accessible. Bring your forehead down towards your knees. For a deeper low back stretch, take a bend in your knees. For a deeper leg stretch, straighten through your legs. Allow your head to hang heavy. Allow gravity to do some work on your spine. Swivel back and meet me in a downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle behind your left. Extend your back leg long behind you. Option to stay proud up on your palms or to release down to your forearms in sleeping pigeon. Flex your right toes towards your face to protect your knee joint. Maybe massage out your third eye on your mat. But mostly pay attention to what comes to mind here. Where do you start to wander to? Feel the ground beneath you. Allow your breathing to anchor you in this moment, to connect you even deeper to your body when it's easier to leave. If you came down to your forearms, press up to your palms. Roll onto the ball mount of your back foot. Bring your right leg back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, get some blood flow back into your leg. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on this side. Parallel your shin to the front of your mat. Come down to your back leg and drop down to your forearms if you did so on the other side. Our bodies are not symmetrical. You may feel different on this side than you did on the other. Acknowledge that. What feels tighter, what feels looser. Send your gratitude and breath to your body no matter what. If you are tighter, it is because you are stronger. Looser, because you are more flexible. Both have their own value. Both serve to ground your body. Start to deepen your breathing. Focus on the sensations in your hip, in your thigh. If you came down to your forearms, press up to your palms. Roll onto the ball mound of your back foot. And bring your left foot back to meet your right. And press back to a downward facing dog. Get the blood flow back into your left leg now, and then drop down to your knees. Swivel onto your bum, extend your arms long out in front of you, and lower all the way down to your mat with the last bit of ab control that you have. You've made it. Press your hand to your heart, to your belly. Feel the unison of your breath and your heartbeat. Acknowledge the work that your body has done. Acknowledge how strong you are. See if you can unify the two of them by slowing down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Bring your knees in towards your chest, happy baby pose. Grab for the outsides of your feet. Bring your knees in towards your armpits. Stamp the soles of your feet towards the sky. Option to rock from side to side. Give your low back some release. Option to play with straightening one leg, straightening the other. If your low back is popping up, grab for the backs of your thighs instead of your feet. It's the same stretch, but a little bit safer for your low back. start to absorb all that juicy goodness from the class and your hamstrings and your quads, all those lunges. Pull your right knee tight, send your left leg long. Supine twist on the right. Drape your right knee over your side body, tee out your arms, gaze over your right fingertips. Stamp your right shoulder into the mat, even if that means coming a little bit out of the twist. This twist originates in your shoulder, so the connection of your shoulder is imperative to making sure that it's a safe spinal rinse. If you're looking for more option for eagle legs here for a deeper stretch. With every inhale, elongate. With every exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them both a squeeze to even out your spine. Hold your left knee tight, send your right leg long. Supine twist on this side. Drape your knee over your body, tee out your arms, gaze over your left fingertips. Same thing here. Stamp your left shoulder into your mat. Option to gaze up at the sky if gazing over your shoulder is uncomfortable for you. Find your breath. Acknowledge what it does in your body. Acknowledge what it changes each time. Bring your knees back through center. Give them both a squeeze. Curl up into a tiny, tight little ball. Bring your forehead to your knees, knees to your forehead. Take an inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Send your legs long, your arms long. Face your palms up to receive energy, down to ground yourself in. Unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unfurrow your eyebrows. Allow yourself to settle in. Know that the studio or your space or your mat is here for as long as you would like it. But if you are ready to start your day again, start by bringing tiny movements to your fingers, tiny movements to your toes. Allow that movement to travel up your ankles, up your wrists. Roll them out. And then on an inhale, raise your arms up overhead like you were just waking up for the day. And exhale, roll into a fetal pose on your right or left side. Shavasana symbolizes the death of our practice. Fetal pose symbolizes the birth of a new day. Use this opportunity to think back on the last 60 minutes of your life. What are some things that you feel proud of? Maybe some things that discouraged or frustrated you, but especially the moments that you found to ground. Take a deep inhale to let it all course through you, and exhale to let it go. Come up to a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed or a soft gaze. Bring your hands to touch at heart center. We'll unclasp with a community breath. Exhale all the stale air out of your lungs. Take a deep inhale through your nose, deepest one yet. And exhale. Beautiful breath. Bring your hands up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows, the seat of intuition. The teacher, student, lover, and rockstar in me is honored by the teacher, student, lover, and rockstar in each and every one of you. We bow forward and we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for your practice and your energy. I'm so grateful for you.